Remembering loved ones who died during protests against the military coup. One family held a funeral earlier in Mandalay for a man in his 30s. He's one of two people who died when police opened fire. Authorities say the officers were attacked with sticks and knives. CNN's Paula Hancock joins me now live from Seoul. And Paula, despite deadly threats from Myanmar's military, protesters are defiant, getting out on the streets in a massive show of force. What is the latest on this?
Well, that's right, Rosemary. I mean, the numbers that we saw on Monday, looking at those live streams of different protests across the country, were quite remarkable. There were, as you say, massive numbers of people that came out onto the street, despite the military saying that they could, quote, suffer loss of life if they confronted the police. But, of course, it was too late for a number of protesters who have already lost their life. We spoke to the family of the first casualty who died on Friday, and this is what her sister had to say. This is the moment May Tue Kine is shot in the head. Taking cover from the water cannon at a February 9th protest in the capital, Naypyidaw, she can be seen here wearing a helmet. A gunshot is heard, and she drops to the ground. Her sister was by her side and thought she had fainted.
I shouted, "Help! Help me move her to the side." Someone said that we should take her helmet off. Only then did we realise she'd been shot. I was praying to Buddha for her to recover, for nothing to have happened. How do I explain this feeling? If I describe it, I keep seeing it.
May Tue Kine leaves behind a 4-year-old daughter. Her sister says the whole family is devastated, but proud.
For us, she is still a kid, even though she was 20 years old. She was carefree, loved to go out, to eat, and to read horror stories.
She turned 20 while in critical condition. Her family marked her birthday at the hospital. The military tried to transfer her to the military hospital while she was still being treated, according to one of the doctors, but he says they refused. That doctor is now in hiding, fearing arrest. He would only speak to us if we concealed his identity.
I believe that they want to they wanted to get off the media attention, and also they were trying to conceal the evidence of this incident.
Do you think there was ever a chance to be able to save her?
With this kind of injury, it's already been, we have to say that it's already been too late when she arrived at the hospital, because she's already been in a state like coma.
X-rays show the bullet lodged in the patient's brain, and the doctor says the autopsy confirms it was a live bullet that killed her. The family had asked the doctors to share the medical report and autopsy with CNN. Her sister says her only crime is that she threw a water bottle at police. The military issued a statement in a military-controlled newspaper saying May Tue Kine was throwing stones at the riot police. The military also says the bullet that killed her is not the same ammunition used by police, claiming only anti-riot weapons were used. Amnesty International accuses the police of firing live ammunition into the crowd of protesters. Amnesty says it investigated this photo from AFP news agency and says it was taken across the road from the protesters. According to Amnesty's investigation, a police officer is holding a locally made variant of an Uzi submachine gun, but it is not claiming that this person fired the shot that killed May Tue Kine. CNN cannot independently verify the image, and it is unclear who fired the shot that killed May Tue Kine. The military says the police will handle the investigation. Supporters lined the streets of her funeral procession Sunday. She has become a symbol of the pro-democracy movement. Her sister says she will be back out on the streets after the mourning period and has a message for the military.
We do not hate the individual soldier or policeman. We are from the same country, but we don't want a dictatorship. So please, don't side with the thieves, but with the civilians. And don't bully us, even if you can't join us.
May Tue Kine is the first casualty in Myanmar's fight for democracy. 2 more deaths over the weekend have already shown she is not the last. The state media has reported on this case as well, saying that there was a state administration council this Tuesday, a meeting also attended by the military leader Min Aung Hlaing, and they discussed this particular protester, pointing out that she was
rioting. Now, this is something denied by the sister, saying that she threw a water bottle, but the military saying that she was in a crowd that was throwing stones, also claiming, the military, that they only used rubber bullets and not live rounds. Rosemary?
It is a tragic situation. Paula Hancock's bringing us up to date on what is happening in Myanmar. Many thanks.